Jharkhand data, what are the big factors there? Quickly take us through what really has worked on ground, what has not worked on ground, because there were very few exit polls that predicted this kind of an outcome as we're seeing before us today.
So, if you look at the Jharkhand numbers, as far as the election commission numbers go, the Bharatiya Janata Party currently has, or leading in 28 seats. The JMM has 28 seats, the Congress has 14. So, the JMM Congress combined has 42, which has passed the majority mark. The RJD has 5, so that takes the tally to 47, and there's also the CPM, which has managed to win 1 seat. So the I.N.D.A Bloc in Jharkhand currently has 48, and the NDA has 28 plus 1, 29 plus 1, it has 31. So it's 48 to 31 right now. Right. Let's in fact take a look at what's actually worked in favor of the Soren Congress combine in Jharkhand. I'll just try to get that window up.
Okay, we'll just come to you in a minute. Let me quickly go across to Mr. A.S. Deol. Mr. A.S. Deol, spokesperson of the JMM. Mr. Deol, congratulations to your party and your alliance for emerging the victorious one in this entire election. What has worked for you according to you? What are the factors that people have voted for on ground?
Thank you. The results are not out 100%, so we are just holding our horses. We are in the lead. We are very confident that we will, at the end of the day, form the government. Like the last time I came on Times Now when you were showing the exit polls, I told you, there was a typo mistake by a clerk. The column should have been changed. The ones you were showing for BJP came to JMM-India, and it was interchanged basically. So what the thing that has worked for us is basically the people who are fed up of the divisive politics of BJP. Infiltrators, nothing about what they're going to do for the people. And so finally the people got together and told them that we'll show you what Jharkhand is and what people of Jharkhand are like. So that has been our biggest advantage, and the people of Jharkhand has shown their love. One more thing, you say, I'll be very honest, because they say the honesty is the first chapter of Book of Wisdom. So we got a bit worried about the way BJP was going and the way the 7 chief ministers, ex-chief ministers, the home minister, the prime minister, everybody coming to Jharkhand and just spreading false information, the false narrative of infiltrations. So that Jharkhand people are not...
Shazia, would you like to respond to that? Of course, BJP has done exceedingly well in Maharashtra, but when it comes to Jharkhand, Mr. Deol says that narrative of infiltration did not seem to cut much ice with the voters, and the results at the moment at least seem to be reflecting that. Shazia.
So, Madhav, there are a number of factors, and clearly we expected to do better in Jharkhand. Yes, that definitely is disappointing. But whether the narrative is true or false, it cannot completely show up in the results, because the narrative is true and there is a High Court case going on, and those are the facts on ground. Yes, how we've communicated it, how we've gone about it is something that we will look into, but we will not blame the EVMs. We will not talk about Election Commission. We will not blame anyone else, but accept it fair and square and say, yes, there has been a lack of communication. We stand by our narratives. That's something we believe in. We've always said that. We don't flip-flop. Yes, we are not Uddhav Thackeray and Rahul Gandhi, we are different. So we do not flip-flop, we stand by that. But how do we take this narrative forward? How we talk about the story of development, make better inroads when it comes to communication and outreach is something we'll look at. But it does not mean that the narrative has failed in any way. I want to come to Maharashtra, Madhav, if I may.
Yeah, I'll just come back to you in a moment, but I want to bring you back on this point of EVMs. You made a very pertinent point, Mr. Deol. What would you say about your alliance partners in the India alliance who are talking about the same factor? If you win an election, then the EVMs are fine. If you lose, then Maharashtra already, Sanjay Raut and several others, there are some in our studio who are already blaming the EVMs. What would you say to them, Mr. Deol?
See, the issues of EVM has not died, I'll tell you, because yesterday only 20 more than 20 candidates of Haryana who had lost, who was second, have already gone to court. And this is a historic number which has never been reported in last 75 years, who have claimed that Election Commission has done wrong. 4 people had already submitted monies for matching of the VVPAT slips with the votes. And that was supposed to happen in 8 days from the day the money was deposited. And it's now 1.5 months and the Election Commission has not done that counting. So see, it is not, we cannot give a clean check to that. We have apprehensions, but Jharkhand people were smart.
Yes, but the point is, whenever you have gone to the court with those apprehensions, even the Supreme Court and all the constitutional courts, and let me bring in Karan on that, every time that this EVM matter, it's VVPAT counting, the number of countings that have not matched, all of these issues have gone to the courts multiple times. They've sought more counting of VVPATs. The courts have said perhaps there should be a few more safeguards, but by and large the process is safe. It is something that the Election Commission has looked into very deeply.
It is laughable, Madhav. मैं आपको एक बात बताऊं. The last time the Election Commission conducted a hackathon, they asked them कि भाई आओ आप इसको hack कर दो. If you can actually hack the EVMs, none of them turned up. विवेक जी हैमर और सिकल लेके पहुंच गए थे, उससे हो नहीं पाया उनसे. और एक मिनट, 2022 में समाजवादी पार्टी complained on 3 seats. एंड छत्तीसगढ़ इलेक्शन में कांग्रेस डिड. जब बुलाया उनकी सुनवाई आई, दे डिड नॉट टर्न अप. आए ही नहीं. शूट एंड स्पूट, ये तो इनकी हालत है. आप चेक कर लो ये. आए ही नहीं वहां पर. You are not. चार लोगों ने 4 guys have submitted the money that please match the VVPATs with the EVMs. It has not been done for 1.5 months. Can you answer it?
Okay, we'll ask that question. We'll get a reply on that also from the Election Commission. Very quickly, the Jharkhand data, Siddharth, very quickly. What's the latest update?
He's actually managed to make inroads in areas where it's conventionally weaker in Jharkhand, however, not to the extent that they would have liked. In Santhal Pargana, which is of course the tribal belt, the JMM has 12 leads as opposed to the BJP 6. And in Kolhan, where of course, which is a stronghold of Champai Soren, who defected to the BJP is punched below its weight. It's got 5 seats as opposed to 9 of the JMM. In some of the other areas where the BJP is traditionally stronger, the JMMs actually managed to fight back. So it actually leads in 12 seats in the South Chota Nagpur region as opposed to the BJP's 3. And the North Chota Nagpur region is the only area in Jharkhand where the BJP currently has an advantage with 14 seats as opposed to JMM's 11. So
if you want, we can focus.
I'll just tell you the seats.
See, I think, Madhav,
the Congress...
Just one second. I want to shift focus now just to Maharashtra for just a minute. Swati has, in fact, region-wise data. And Swati, you have the Vidarbha data with you. This is very interesting to see. If you can quickly take us through the comparison of the previous election and this election, if you have that above in terms of the seat share and the vote share in these two regions. There she has it up on screen. Quickly take us through that. This is very important because this is a very, very significant region. I think this is all Maharashtra data. If you can quickly pull up from that segment of what has happened in Vidarbha.
Yes,
this is where agrarian distress as well as, the issue of whether the RSS has worked on ground. These are two important factors. What's happened
all the factors that the MBA said would go against the Mahayuti has not. They've not been able to maintain the Lok Sabha poll momentum. And talking about Vidarbha, take a look at how the BJP has gained here. 42 for the Bharatiya Janata Party plus their allies and 17 for the Mahavikas Aghadi. Let me quickly take you through Marathwada as well. Another important factor where they said that the Maratha quota agitation will go against the Bharatiya Janata Party. But here for the UT it's 34 and it's 11 for the Mahavikas Aghadi.
Yeah, this is very